Hello, and welcome to Bit Science, where we take your questions and form intuitive answers. I'm Neo, here at the Pixel headquarters, and I'll be your guide. This week's question comes from Samantha in Mrs. Tonkovich's class at Enders Road, who asks, why are some chemical reactions explosive? That's a very good question. Let's get right to it, shall we? Dr. J. Reed Welker, a renowned chemical engineer at the University of Arkansas, states that an explosion is a sudden, violent change of potential energy to work, which transfers to its surroundings in the form of a rapidly moving rise in pressure called a blast wave or shock wave. However, to understand why some chemical reactions explode, first we'll need to briefly look at what a chemical reaction is. According to the AP textbook from Pearson Education Incorporated, chemical reactions are processes in which one or more substances are converted into other substances. The substances must collide with correct orientation and sufficient energy in order for the reaction to take place. A chemical reaction is the basis of all formation. When a chemical reaction takes place, there's more often than not a change in the amount of energy in the area surrounding the reaction. If the reaction absorbs or gains energy, then the reaction will be classified as endothermic. This classification is for when the products or resulting substances of the reaction have more energy than the starting substances or reactants. An example of an endothermic reaction is when a plant takes in heat from the sun in order to create sugar and oxygen from carbon dioxide and water. However, if the products have less energy after the reaction than the reactants did before the reaction, thus releasing energy, then the classification would be known as exothermic. This classification can be applied to combustion or the burning of compounds such as methane. When a reaction releases energy, a small amount of the heat that's produced is converted to an outward force, most commonly known as work. This was mentioned earlier by Dr. Welker. Work commonly results from the expanding gases that are produced in some reactions. This force is often responsible for pushing on the surroundings of a reaction, causing the pressure in the system to rise. This brings us to the rest of the question. Dr. Welker says that chemical explosions may either be decomposition or combination reactions. Decomposition and combination reactions are types of chemical reactions that deal with breaking apart larger compounds into smaller substances or forming larger compounds from smaller substances, respectively. These types of reactions are often responsible for creating gas and heat, both of which are very vital in forming explosions. An explosion results from an exothermic reaction involving two or more substances that react together to create an immense amount of energy in a gas. This energy in the form of heat causes the gas to rapidly expand, exerting work on the surroundings. Due to the rapidly expanding gas, an explosion obtains that signature shockwave effect. This shockwave and immense heat push outwards, causing the surroundings to be moved and sometimes even ripped apart. This is what we see with many explosions that are used today. So, in conclusion, some chemical reactions explode due to the extreme amount of energy and heat that is produced in its exothermic reaction. So there you go, Samantha. I hope this helped with your question. And to all viewers out there, I hope that you learned something of value. Thank you so much for watching and asking the good questions. Take care and stay jazzy.